Good evening. My name is Char Greene. I am the Executive Director of the Oswego Heritage Council. We're here this evening to present the Colin Herald Campbell Award. He was a former mayor of Lake Oswego and a great preservation champion for our city, and therefore we do have this award that is named after him. Who was Colin Herald Campbell? He went by Herald. A resident of 58 years until his death in 2009 of Lake Oswego. C. Herald Campbell and his wife raised 3 daughters here in Lake Oswego. Following a 28-year career as Director of Industrial Relations for Pacific Power and Light, retirement in 1976 was the beginning of a second career. This time in local government with his election to the Lake Oswego City Council and subsequent 2 terms as mayor. When Campbell first became mayor of Lake Oswego in 1978, duct tape held together the rug in the old City Hall, formerly a furniture store. He picked up his mail at a desk in a hallway. Taking pictures of city staff working conditions, he showed the photos around town. This helped persuade voters to approve a bond measure for a new City Hall, which opened in 1986. Campbell never stopped working to improve the city and the region, including his tenure as chairman of the Lake Oswego Historic Review Board from 1990 to 1992. His tenure at the head of the Oswego Heritage Council saw our membership grow from 20 to 600 members, as well as the purchase and conversion of the Oswego Heritage House into the museum, archive, and city landmark that it is today. Herald Campbell's passion for the preservation of the history and culture of Lake Oswego inspired the C. Herald Campbell Award, presented by the Oswego Heritage Council in partnership with the Chamber of Commerce. Thank you.
My name is Mary Puskas, and I am the president of the Oswego Heritage Council. And it's really my honor to present the C. Herald Campbell Award to Jim Rathbun. Jim was a lifelong resident of Lake Oswego, where he attended Lake Oswego schools and high school, and where a close connection continued through Sheri, his wife, who taught in the English department for many years. Jim was also a super duck and president of his fraternity, Sigma Chi. Jim's commitment to Lake Oswego stood out in his commitment to the Oswego Heritage Council, where he served on the board of directors and chaired the antique car and boat show. Jim deeply believed in the mission of the Oswego Heritage Council, which is dedicated to preserving the history and culture of Lake Oswego. Jim brought an infectious energy to the board with his wit, humor, and hard work for programs for the OHC. Jim made the antique car and boat show an outstanding event for Lake Oswego. It draws upwards of 7,000 visitors to the community and a large and impressive group of cars from out of state as well as from Oregon. Jim's marketing skills using radio spots, newspaper ads, and developing sponsorships grew the show and made it one of the premier car shows in Oregon. Jim, as president of the Jaguar Club of Oregon, was a tremendous plus for our show. Jim is remembered fondly by his fellow board members as the guy who made things happen and simply got the job done in real style. His motto was, "It's all about results." We have been very fortunate to have Jim and Sheri's support for the Oswego Heritage Council. When we got Jim, we also got Sheri. And what a treasure she has been in helping with the 4th of July parade, as well as many events put on by the Oswego Heritage Council. I am extremely pleased to present Sheri with the C. Herald Campbell Award on behalf of Jim for his tremendous leadership.
Thank you, Mary.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm Sheri Rathbun, Jim's wife, and knowing Jim quite well after 43 fabulous marriage years and being the ad guy that he was extremely passionate about communication, spoken and written. And I'm quite sure he's critiquing this speech right now. So I'm going to be very careful with my enunciation and my words because I don't want to get a bad grade. I also know that my husband would be extremely honored and extremely humbled to accept this award. He was passionate about Lake Oswego, but he also had a participatory style. And he so loved his committee for the car show, and they had so much fun playing around with all their monthly meetings. He shared a common bond with them to preserve the heritage of Lake Oswego while still having fun. He would come home at night after his monthly meetings, and this little lilt in his voice, he would just light up before he even sat down to tell me all the ideas that were shared to make the car show a success. And they had a great deal of fun doing it. Since the original slogan of Lake Oswego was "Live Where You Play," Jim played well in Lake Oswego for over 6 decades, and his spirit is woven into this city. He was proud to be third generation Lake Oswego, and he would tell us stories, endless stories about when he grew up here and 5,000 people lived here. We know his stories well by heart, and they were a lot of fun to hear. He also was extremely pleased that our daughter, who is fourth generation L.O. Margot, will carry on that tradition. And she's extremely proud of her roots of Lake Oswego. And it's those roots in Lake Oswego that will continue to spread, which will carry on with the continuity of Lake Oswego's heritage. Jim was a journalist at heart. It was truly his first love, and he would often quote Franklin Jones, who said, "Love doesn't make the world go round. Love is what makes the ride worthwhile." Jim's closing thought was, "It's been a great ride." Jim truly loved Lake Oswego. He cherished his times that he spent on the Heritage Council and all the friends that he made along the way. On behalf of Jim, I accept this award, and I thank the Chamber of Commerce, and I thank OHC for all the time that he got to spend there and how much fun he had. Thank you very much.